and welcome. Today, Romanians celebrate a religious holiday called the 40 Martyrs of Sabast. And for this holiday, they prepare a special dish called Mucenici, also known as Mucenici or Sfințișori in some parts of Romania. Mucenici is a traditional Romanian dessert that is only prepared on the 9th of March, and it can take different forms depending on the region. For example, in Dobrogea, the region where I come from, we form tiny little H-shaped mucenici out of dough, which we then simmer in sweetened water along with ground nuts and spices. That's how my grandma used to prepare mucenici when I was little, but I personally prefer the version that is popular in Moldova, where they bake these super fluffy sweet breads that they soak in syrup and glaze with honey and sprinkle with walnuts. They're so yummy. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make this super delicious traditional dessert. You will need the following ingredients. Start by placing the yeast in a small bowl. Pour a little bit of milk, then add a teaspoon of sugar and 2 tablespoons of flour and mix everything together. This is called in Romanian maia, and you will need to let it rise for about 15 minutes before you can incorporate it into the final dough. When that is done, place all the ingredients, including the maia, into a large bowl and mix them together using a wooden spoon. When the dough becomes hard to mix, knead it by hand until it becomes smooth, elastic, and non-sticky. Oil a bowl with some sunflower oil and place the dough inside. Cover it with a clean towel and let it rise for about an hour. When the dough has doubled in size, start kneading it again for a couple of minutes until it deflates. Grab a handful of dough and form a ball. Then place it on the table and roll it with your hands into a long sausage shape. Bring the ends together and form an 8. Some say that mucenici have the shape of number 8 because the martyrs were imprisoned for 8 days, while others believe that number 8 looks like a stylized person and it represents the martyrs themselves. That's why traditionally you would have to bake 40 such sweetbreads. Okay, so once you finish forming the mucenici, place them on a baking tray and let them rise again for about 30 minutes. Brush the mucenici with eggs and bake them at 170 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes until they become golden brown. Then place them on a cooling rack and start preparing the syrup. In a saucepan, bring the water to a boil, then add the sugar and the vanilla sugar. When the mucenici and the syrup have cooled off, pour about 2 tablespoons of syrup on each mucenic and let them absorb the syrup. Then brush them with honey and sprinkle the walnuts on top. And voila, a delicious traditional dessert. Alrighty, that's about it for now. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video and that you're gonna give this recipe a try. So let me know in the comments how it turned out for you. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Be happy.